by utilizing the forge to craft rare items. You can make upwards of 30 million coins per day by basically doing nothing. In this video, I'll show you how to forge flip and make millions of coins. Literally anyone at any stage of the game can do this. Quickly before the video starts, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone for helping me hit 30,000 subscribers. It's been 4 years in the making and we finally did it, so that's absolutely huge. But anyway, let's get right into it. So right now we are in the forge located inside of the dwarven mines. If you have the fast travel unlocked, you can just do /warp forge and it'll teleport you there. But if you don't have that and you don't know where it is, you just come this way. Jump down here and it'll be down here. So if you come talk to one of these guys down here, you will be brought with the forge GUI. This is where you can craft items. You unlock more slots by upgrading your Heart of the Mountain. So as you can see, Heart of the Mountain tier 7 is the highest and you get 7 slots. So if you click on the little furnace here, you can start a process, and here is all of the options that you have. Some of them are locked behind higher requirements of Heart of the Mountain, but generally the ones that we are looking for don't really have that high of requirements and literally anyone can do it. So I think I'm going to cover basically a couple. I'm going to split it into 2 categories, one being quick upgrades that you can do to make profit, and ones that'll take a little bit of time but has the highest amount of profit. So the ones that I think that are the most profitable and the easiest to make are the mithril equipment set. As you can see at the bottom, the raw craft cost is under 4,000 coins and you can sell it for around 150, not 900k. Someone is manipulating that, but it is around 150k you can sell them for. They fluctuate a lot and they sell pretty often, so I would say you could get a 150k plus for each of these, and they have an hour-long crafting time. So if you have 7 slots, the max here, you could be making 150k coins an hour per slot. Just by default, you could be making 1.05 million per hour, and if you do this for 24 hours in the day, you can get 25 million just by basically pressing 3 buttons and then logging off for an hour. You also have some of the refining, like the refined mineral, titanium, and diamond. The raw craft cost is 57k coins, and you can sell them for around 350k coins. All you need is 16 enchanted titanium. You can create a buy order for around 3,000 each, or if you're impatient, you can buy one for 3.5k instantly. So if I were to buy 16, it would be under 60k coins. Then I would go back to this guy, throw it in here, and then in 12 hours I can come back, claim it, then resell it for 350k coins. So of course you can do this pretty semi-AFK, just logging on once or a couple of times per day, claiming your things, and then putting in new stuff and then logging off. You can go outside, touch grass if you want to. I'm going to talk about the longer crafts that will take you a decent amount of time to complete but have the highest amount of profit. So I'm mainly talking about the talisman set here and the amount of drills that we have here. So I'll quickly talk about the talisman set. So there are 4 different tiers of this titanium talisman that you can craft. Each one of them takes refined titanium, and the previous talisman, the lowest bin on the auction, is for 20 million, and the raw craft cost is 2.3 million. So just round it up, you could probably make $17 million profit just by crafting this. The raw craft cost is calculated if you completely craft the item from scratch. So like, you don't go onto the bazaar and you don't buy refined titanium off of there, because it is going to be expensive. So if you want refined titanium like before, these are 3k each, so you can just pop these in, craft a whole bunch of them. Then when you're ready, you can start the titanium talisman craft. You can put this in 1 slot, and then all the other slots you can have crafting refined titanium, because at the end you need 20 for the final product. So instead of waiting like 200 million years for these to finish and doing it one by one, if you have all of the slots, you can make it go by pretty quick. So every single time you craft this, you can make 20 million coins, which is a pretty decent amount of money for basically doing nothing. On the drills part, this is where it takes the most amount of time. So you can see here the raw craft cost of the DRX 655 drill is 114 million. Then you could sell it for 277 and have over 100 million coins profit. 30 seconds to complete. If you want to craft it from scratch and get that 100 million coins profit, you need to craft the DRX 55, and in order to craft the DRX 55 you need the DRX 455, and then of course you need the 355, which is here, and you need all of these items in order to craft it. So it's basically like the talisman before, except it has a whole bunch of other things that you need with it, like refined diamond, refined titanium, mithril plates. So if you want to fully craft a drill and get 100 million coins profit, you are going to need to craft a whole bunch of other things in order to get that 100 million coins profit. But generally, if you want to stay on the more chill side and you don't have to constantly be crafting a whole bunch of items to get one singular item, I'll show you the crafts that I usually see being flipped. So of course, if you're on the cheaper side, you could do refined mithril, diamonds, and titanium. These will give you hundreds of thousands of coins per. Another good one is the fuel canister. It only requires 2 enchanted coal blocks, which you can buy off the bazaar if you wanted to. The gemstone mixture you can actually get pretty easily if you just do sludge farming in the jungle biome in the crystal hollows, and you just need 4 each of the gemstones, and you can craft it for 736k and make a little over 400k profit per. I would craft an ammonite pet. This literally costs 325k coins. You can buy a helix fossil for around 25k on the auction house. It usually dips. You could probably get it for like 10k coins. Of course, you could level this up a bit and sell it for a bit more once it is higher leveled, but I have sold a couple of these on the auction house and I have gotten between 1 million and 1.2 million just at level 1. You can make a bejeweled color, which will give 25 mining speed and 10 plus mining fortune. So this is a good pet item that people will buy. The raw craft cost is under 1 million, and you could sell it for almost 3, and it only takes 2 hours to craft. Now for gemstones, what I would do is, let's just say I want a perfect jade gemstone. Instead of buying the perfect jade gemstone from the start, what I would do is go to the very end and buy these. You can buy each one for 2.2 coins. Just create a buy offer, put one up for 71k. This is 428,000 coins. And then if you use a personal compactor and just claim the offers, you can claim it and compact it into the flawed jade gemstone. Once you get flawed jade gemstone, you can go to fine, then flawless, then perfect. It is usually way cheaper to buy the rough ones than craft it all the way to perfect instead of, but you are going to need a ton of these. So create a buy order for 71,000 like 6 times, and then just keep crafting until you have it. But that's basically it. That's all I have. Once you have crafted your item, of course, sell it on the auction house or sell it on the bazaar for the highest offer possible. Do not instant sell. But yeah, that's basically it for me. See ya.